few months ago, I watched someone giving a presentation and it started well, admittedly. They'd made eye contact, they'd smiled, they'd introduced themselves, they appeared to be confident. Great. The material itself wasn't bad either. Had a good title, had a good structure, they got straight into it, no messing about, good pace. However, halfway through, my attention just went off somewhere else. And perhaps that's just how my brain works, but it did occur to me that there was something lacking from their presentation. There was no story. There was no human relatable element. I'm Jon Torrens. I teach confident communication and I love a good story. And guess what? So does every other human being on the planet. There is something fundamental and primal about a really good story. You may have heard of the hero's journey, where the hero really wants something, they're stuck in their everyday life, but there's a barrier. They leave the ordinary world, they're accompanied by a mentor, they overcome ever-increasing challenges, they fall in love, they learn to fight, and eventually they fight and defeat the evil Dark Lord by exploiting a special weakness, save the world, return home, transform. Fantastic, right? And it is at the core of all of your favorite stories, and indeed probably every great story. But hold on, you say. That's all very well for Harry Potter, but what about my weekly catch-up where I talk about inefficiency in widget production or a problem with our software? Well, you don't have to tell a grand story. You could keep it really simple and really everyday, but still retain those relatable, funny, engaging elements. Think of a stand-up comedian. I'd run out of milk. I went to the shops and I had an argument with the shopkeeper. It was a hardware store. Anything. But it's human and relatable and everyday and really, really short. You could tell a series of stories. You could make the whole thing a story. Don't think that your story isn't interesting. It's unique. It's the human experience. That's what we want. You could start your presentation with, I'm going to talk about this, this, and this. Great. That's fine. It's normal. Or you could say, last week I was in this situation, or our customer was in this situation, or the team was in this situation. This person wanted this thing really badly, but there was a massive barrier in the way. They tried different things, risk, reward. Eventually they overcame it. They saved the world. Resolution, happy ending. Great. Think of the human element, the human aspect to what you're talking about, and just talk about that. You might find, as well as being incredibly interesting for your audience, that it's incredibly easy for you to tell. To relay this information can feel effortless for you to deliver, but it's also effortless for the audience to take in. So the next time you give a talk, consider the power of a really good story.